Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and today's video is gonna be a lip swatch on one of my favorite affordable lipsticks. So I hope you guessed it. It is from Mars Cosmetics and I have a couple of them right here. This was one of the most requested videos on my channel that you guys wanted me to swatch some more shades from this range. So I have about 14 shades and I have swatched it. Let me tell you, it was a task to swatch this one. It's not easy because this is a transfer proof lipstick. Let me show you guys. Where? There's no transfer at all. Nothing. So that's the reason it quickly became one of my favorite affordable lipstick formulas. Now, this can be a little bit drying for people who don't really like matte lipsticks that are transfer proof. But if you are someone who's looking for a lipstick that you can wear underneath mask, doesn't smudge as much, and something that you can wear without being embarrassed, because we've all been there. We just have a nice lipstick shade on, eat a meal, and then it's all over the lips. This one wouldn't do that. So this is something that I do genuinely wear underneath my mask because I feel like it lasts pretty well underneath. And so yeah, I haven't seen a very affordable lipstick that is this long wearing and transfer proof, which I really like. So if you are someone who wants to try this one out, maybe exfoliate your lips, apply a nice lip balm at least 10 to 15 minutes before you use this lipstick, and then you can go ahead and use this. The formula is such that it applies a little bit creamy on the lips initially, and you have to give it some time, at least about 20 seconds, 30 seconds for it to dry down, and this is how it looks. So right now I have the shade. Let me clarify the shade I have. 23 Confident Woman. So it's been a while and it's not even moving. It's not transferring onto anything, so I really like that. Now coming to the price point of this one retails for rupees 349, but you can always find this one on a discount most of the times. So they do have quite a lot of shade options, but I have just these 14. If you are someone who's looking for like deep reds, purples, berry kind of shade, you are bound to find something in this range, like pinks as well. In that way, it's really nice. So this range has some of my favorite shades, and the shade Girls Night 01 is something that I have used so much, and it's one of the shades I actually wear in almost all of my videos. You guys ask me which one it is, and it is this shade, which you will see in the swatch, but I'm just giving you an intro. So that's how much I like this formula and this shade. One thing you have to keep in mind is that not to twist the lipstick all the way up, because they are kind of soft and they can break on you. And so be a little bit gentle. Do not be very harsh with the bullet. They do have the tendency to fall apart in the bullet itself. I will link the website down below, the Mars Cosmetics website, through which you can purchase. And yeah, let's get into the lip swatch. The first shade I'm going to be swatching is this one. This one is in the shade Girls Night. Now, this shade in Girls Night is a deep red shade with a little bit of like plum undertones to it. It's very beautiful on the lips. This would flatter all skin tones in my opinion, and especially look really beautiful on people with deeper skin tones. Now this shade is very similar to MAC Sin, so if you wanted an affordable alternative to that, you should definitely be trying this shade out. The next shade we have is Three Mums Favorite. This one is such a deep plum shade. The previous one was like a red shade with a little bit of plum tones to it, but this one is a deep plum shade. It's a very vampy shade, and it's not at all one bit patchy. If at all it looks a little bit patchy on the screen, it's because my lips are a little bit too dry, and swatching this is not easy. Very long wearing lipsticks, and it's really hard to swatch them, and every single time I have to take them off, it's actually like really hard. Next shade that we have is 5 Formal Day. Now this shade is actually a deep purple shade. This would work for anyone who really likes these kind of deep dark shades on your lips. It's not for people who like subtle lip shades for sure. Um, yeah, I really like it. Next up, we have the shade number 6 Family Lunch, which is a nice warm pink shade, which I feel like is very wearable. These kind of pink shades are one of my favorite. They are more wearable. They have a little bit of earthy tones to it, so it's not like too bright and in your face. If you are very bored of those very bright pink shades, you can definitely try this out. Next up, we have the shade 7 Job Interview. I thought this is very similar to the previous shade, but this is more of a mauvey muted pink shade, which again looks really nice, would suit all skin tones in my opinion. Of course, if you are of a deeper skin tone than I am, then this would look more like a mauvey pink, like a pinky nude on your lips. New day, new outfit and everything. New shade, that is a 08 Office Party. My lips just couldn't take it, so I had to go and take a break. So this shade Office Party is like a orange shade with a lot of brown undertones to it. It is a very warm shade and would suit a lot of different skin tones. It also has slight red undertones to it. Like when you first initially apply it, it just looks like an orange toned brown shade. But then slowly when you let it rest on your lips, the red starts to peek through. Next up, we have the shade number 12, that is Reunion. This reminds me so much of Nika's Cleopatra, but I have to swatch them side by side to confirm that. But such a beautiful wine shade, and again would suit so many different skin tones. And if you like deep shades, this could be the one for you. Next up, we have the shade number 13, Festive Vibe. This again is a warm toned red shade. It has a lot of terracotta brown undertones to it. So it's a very nice shade. If you are familiar with Wet n Wild Behind the Bleachers, this shade is quite similar to that in terms of tone. Next up, we have the shade number 16, that is Brunch Ready. So this one seems like a bright coral shade. These kind of shades are not my favorite, and it can get a little bit patchy on the lips, and it doesn't really mask the pigmentation of my lips. So depends on if you really like this kind of shade, but definitely not my cup of tea. Next up, we have the shade 18 Wedding Bells. This one is almost like a true pink shade, which doesn't have much of like a deeper undertone to it. So these kind of pinks are not my favorite. You guys know it, but I can see this one working for a lot of people. A lot of people really do like those kind of pink shades that are pink but no other undertone to it. So in that case, you might really like this one. Next up, we have the shade number 20, that is Dine Out. So this one is a deep purple shade, but it also has a little bit of like berry undertones to it. Somewhat similar to Baby Houseman, in my opinion. Quite kind of similar to the Sugar Baby Houseman lip crayon. You can now understand the shade family it belongs to. It's a beautiful shade, goes on creamy, turns into a matte formula, and from there on, you don't really have to worry about it budging. Next up, we have the shade number 21, Friday Night. Now, this one is a berry toned pink shade. It has a little bit of like that uh, berry hints to it. So it's a more wearable pink shade. And this is the kind of pink I like. Next up, we have the shade Everyday Nude. The shade Everyday Nude is a warm toned nude shade. It has a little bit of brown undertones to it. So you can wear this without makeup if you are of my skin tone. It will be a little bit subtle and like peachy looking without makeup, but it wouldn't wash you out in general. And this would look really nice for people with light and light medium skin tone. If you are of a deeper skin tone than I am, it might wash you out, but it's a beautiful shade. The last shade that we have is 23 Confident Woman. Now, this one again is an orange toned brown shade, but a lot more subtle than the previous shade that I showed that had a little bit more red to it. This is like an orange toned brown shade. It would look a lot more subtle on people of deeper skin tones, but it's a very nice wearable shade. Not like straight up in your face orange kind of shade, like bright orange. I don't really like those kind of shades. I like this, that it has a little bit of brown to it. And from the lip swatch, these shades are showing up true to color because I can see myself right here on a monitor and it's exactly how it looks on the lips, how it's capturing as well. So you are seeing the shades true to color, and I'm also giving you guys a description of the shade. So yeah, those were all the shades that I had. I love some of this. So if you are someone who's looking for a budge proof deep shade, you can definitely find something in this one because reds, purples are something that you don't really want it to transfer. Like nude lipsticks, even if it is a little bit creamy, it's easier to fix it. But if it's a deep red shade, a purple shade, a berry shade, if it transfers, it's really hard to kind of fix that. So that wouldn't happen with this particular range of lipstick. They wear so well, and I have been wearing this most of the times in all of my videos. And I'll also insert a clip of myself how the mask looks after wearing this lipstick, and also after a meal, to show you guys how it wears, so that you can see everything about this lipstick and you have your full-fledged review right here. So this is how my lipstick looks after I had a good masala dosa with a lot of ghee. And yeah, it's not something that I slurped or sipped onto, and no transfer onto my mask as well. I'll show you guys my mask. I'll insert a clip of it and you can see it. So this lipstick did not transfer onto my mask and didn't fade away. So yeah, let me know if you have tried this lipstick. What are your thoughts on this? What is your favorite shade from this range? Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk.